Pain versus pleasure. Now, it seems like a pretty simple question, doesn't it? So I'm going to ask it a couple different ways. This is Sandy Warren, Wellness with Attitude, coaching people to navigate the curves of life. Sometimes, when we're in the thick of things, would you agree that we don't make the best decisions and choices? We may feel stressed, we may feel overwhelmed, we may feel anxious. So here's a little thought. Last week, if you watched my Thoughtful Thursday, we talked about joy. And that's kind of fun. That's easy. We want to be joy filled. We want to have joy in our life. We want to give joy to others. But what happens along the way as we're on that curve? One minute we're joy filled, and the next minute we're in crisis. We're worried, we're anxious. So, when you feel pain, is it possible that you're moving into pleasure? Or are you kind of caught in that pain? Just as positive and negative cannot really stay in the same space simultaneously in your brain, neither can pain and pleasure. So, for most of us, we move away from pain and toward pleasure. But we sometimes have to take a very step back approach and look at logically where's our pain coming from. And I'm not really talking about physical pain. I'm not talking about cutting your finger with a knife. I'm not talking about falling down a flight of stairs. I'm talking about the kind of pain that happens throughout our lives. And it's emotional pain typically. And so we can either kind of hover in that pain, and that pain could be somebody disappointed us. And so we make up a story. Well, they didn't call me because, or they were supposed to come over on time, but they were 45 minutes late. Or I thought we were going to go out together and be friends and have a conversation, and somebody was going to listen to me, and instead they canceled on me. And it can be more drastic than that, but let's just take the simple stuff for a moment. And so I have discovered in my several years on this earth and coaching a number of people, both professionally and just friends and family, that usually the explanations that we come up with in our head are not right. We think that we have the answers and we don't. And so, what we can do is create a new storyline for ourselves that moves us into the pleasure. So, for example, uh, let's say I thought my girlfriend was going to call me. She said she was going to call me. I thought we were going to have dinner tonight, and I haven't gotten a call. And now I've done all this preparation with this food because she was going to come over here, and now I have all this food, and I'm really kind of not happy with her right now. I have no idea why she didn't call. I'm frustrated that she didn't call. I'm disappointed in our friendship. And so we go through all of this. I've been down this road before. Sometimes she just doesn't respect my time. She doesn't realize that I'm a busy woman. She thinks that she can just buzz me off at a single thought. So we don't take into consideration that, in fact, she might be overwhelmed. She might be caught in her job. She might have had somebody come over unexpectedly. Sometimes she's just not really very organized, and she does forget and she overcommits, and she always wants to make everybody happy. And in trying to make everybody happy, she disappoints people. She doesn't make everybody happy. And sometimes she doesn't make anybody happy. And worst of all, if I really think about it, I recognize that she doesn't even make herself happy. So let's step out of the judgment, let's step out of the guessing game, and let's take that energy and move it toward pleasure. So now I haven't heard from my girlfriend, and I have prepared all this food, and I would really choose to share it. So I'm going to see if I can give somebody else a call, and somebody else might be available spur of the moment. They might be able to come over and enjoy this with me, and the evening is saved. And then I can be full of grace and kindness when I'm reaching back out to my girlfriend and I can reach out in forgiveness and I can hear what actually happened and I can do it with an open heart. So let's think about this week, perhaps looking at when we are filled with pain, maybe our expectations weren't met, and can we turn that to joy? Let's make great choices. Let's laugh. Let's go ahead and change our physiology. If you're filled with pain, you're kind of curled into yourself and your face just takes on that sad look and the lines show up worse in your skin and your eyes kind of sag down and your energy just dips, your vibration goes low. So what can you do about that? You can lift yourself up, you can tap on your heart, open up your heart, you can clap your hands, you can give yourself a high five, you can say, I got through this, I'm strong, I'm not going to get torn down with other people's um, breaking of plans. I have my own expectations of me and how I'm going to live and how I'm going to process this situation. And I'm going forward. And that's how it's going to be. So, this is Sandy Warren, navigating the curves of life. I hope that that threw you a little bit of a curve and made you think, because it takes us stepping out of the situation, it takes changing our body physiology so that we can change our mental state. So, navigating the curves of life, helping people through those is what I do. This is Coach Sandy signing off. Have a great day.